Boom. Welcome to First Take. This is a show where we're having the conversations that we'll all have in our friendship groups and in our homes. And we're bringing it in front of the camera. This is unbiased. This is independent. This is unfiltered. We're taking all the trending topics and we're dissecting it in 60 seconds and giving our fresh first take. Let's go. Obi Benz, welcome to the show. How you feeling, brother?
Sharp.
I can't believe we're doing this, man. What are your expectations?
Let's stop arguing on WhatsApp.
I'm here to set you straight. All those your
man to man, talk to me.
And you know what? Now we'll see. I don't try to convince you. Finally, you will have other people that will tell you that you're wrong, because I know your takes are always wrong. Anyway, let's start with the first trending topic in the last few weeks or last couple of days. Funke Akindele versus Kunle Afolayan, and Omotola also chipped in. This is the whole argument of you don't have to dance to market your movie. You sell 2 billion, it's only 10 million that is your profits. I'd rather do my Netflix. So my take is, I think Mr. Kunle Afolayan is salty. I think there's envy, there's jealousy, just like Funke said, Auntie Funke said on her Instagram story. Because if you're not jealous, if you're not salty, why are you putting eye on another person's business? Why are you saying they only made 10 million and they will dance to get their money back? It's none of your business. Do your own thing. Let her do her own thing. What's your take, my brother?
Okay, so me, I think it's because maybe you guys have too much background. Like me, I know they follow them like that, but from the clip I watched, right, this is a guy who is just at a forum talking to like cinema people, right, and they're asking him a simple question: when are you coming to the cinema? And the guy is like, bro, I cannot put my money into this business and then come and have to dance to promote it. So for me, it's a feedback to the cinema industry to say, go back to your architecture and find a way that is sustainable. I don't want to be shaking bomb to sell film, right? So for me, I think people are taking it, maybe there's some background story between Funke and the guy, I don't know. But from what he said, I did not say anything wrong. If you want to dance. Him is saying he cannot dance. So why are you people now bashing him?
I'll tell you why people are bashing him.
They call the dance to sell cement.
I mean, I don't know. We've seen his bomb before, remember? So, it's not a new thing with that remember now, that our American gear, but let's park that corner. that's a separate conversation. I'm telling you, our national treasure, we just see him for TikTok. They show a bomb. Let's leave matter for Matthias. Back to this topic, I hear you on, okay, maybe he wants the cinema to reduce their cut and their take, right? But for me, you have to take everything in totality, right? The way he said it made it look like he was trivializing and diminishing the work Funke has done. This is somebody that has the record-breaking 3 years in a row, A Tribe Called Judah, Everybody Loves Jennifer, and now behind the scenes, this has never been done before. This is a veteran of over 30 years, right? She has done so well. Lots of commendations and congratulations from everybody. Peter Obi, the presidency, and governor of Lagos State, even, watched her movie. Everybody has been praising her. And the only thing you say publicly, even though you're saying it's to the cinema people, is to reduce everything to dancing for promotion, or after you sell everything, it's only 10 million you will make. Are you her accountant? Are you her business partner? Wait till concern this thing. Baba, do your Netflix movie and be go. And guess what? Let me just finish with this. She would still license her movie to Prime or to Netflix, because Everybody Loves Jennifer is on Prime. So she doesn't lose. She gets the records from the cinema, and then she will still get money that Mr. Kunle Afolayan is getting from Netflix. She will still get it. So it's double.
It's not necessarily the same, Shao. But okay, so wait. Let's take a step back here. Let's talk about let's talk about the quality of the movies, right? And I'm not picking Kunle Afolayan because, personally, I feel like his movies have not been as great as before. Like I told you, my last favorite movie of Kunle Afolayan was Figure.
That's my brother's favorite movie, by the way.
You understand? That was
11 or so.
That was my favorite movie of Kunle Afolayan, Figure. And that's like decades ago, right? But if I separate Kunle Afolayan and I talk about the Netflix standard movies, right?
Yes.
Funke Akindele does not shoot those like To Kill a Monkey, right? Like when you look at the camera, the budget, the editing, like this, like in To Kill a Monkey, for example, somebody is sick, they take him to the hospital, they fly in a jet, they use all sorts of cars, like they take you everywhere. They even had court, they took you to court. They did not stay in one house in Amen Estate and shoot the entire thing, right? So the budgets are different. Now, if I were to put money aside and shoot a high budget movie, forget about whether the movie is interesting or not, right? Let's leave, because even in the US, big money goes into movies, crap, but the budget is there, right? If you watch John Wick, no story, they are just shooting and killing, but the budget is there. So if I'm going to shoot a high budget movie, I cannot depend on dancing, and I think that is the message. Now, Funke Akindele is shooting a movie in Amen Estate. I don't know how much she's spending, but I know the budget cannot be like it To Kill a Monkey budget. Or let me use another movie, Blood Sisters. There was a Blood Sisters on Netflix then, right? So it's not the same budget. So you can afford to shoot it and then go to cinema and dance. But if I'm going to shoot a high budget movie, I cannot wait to dance. Another thing that I want to add here is that this thing you're telling me that Funke is taking a movie to Prime, bro, you know that when you hear of a movie coming to Prime and when Funke Akindele's movie is coming to Prime, it's different. Like, there are some movies when they say this thing is coming to Prime, everybody is anticipating, like, oh, high budget movie, like Seven Doors. Seven Doors was also a nice movie. There are so many movies that are entering Prime every day. Nobody, like, you just see movies on Prime, Nigerian movies on Prime.
No marketing.
But they are the ones that when
they're not
they are
shaking
coming,
yash now. They're not dancing now. Maybe they need to dance.
No. Funke Akindele's movie doesn't give us that coming to Prime vibe. Like me, where they diaspora. Like when Seven Doors came out, everybody's like, almost Seven Doors. That's not how Funke Akindele's movies act on Prime. Even though it will be on Prime, there are levels to Prime. There are even using US movies, there are blockbusters that come to Prime and Netflix. And then there are so many other, there are 1 million movies on Netflix, but not all of them come in with a bang. I'm sorry, everybody is Jennifer or whatever. It's not what I was waiting for on Netflix.
No problem.
Or Prime. So it's different. It's different. And the money they make is different because Prime gives money. If they want to give you money to shoot.
Yeah, but I would argue that when you
argue now.
when you establish that this is a record-breaking movie and you want to put it on Prime, I don't care whether it is there's not a lot of advert or buzz around it. She has an established demand already. People like me that were in diaspora that couldn't see it in the cinema, even though she's selling in the cinemas as well in diaspora, but not every city, would want to watch. So that noise, you say, finally, you don't come Prime, let me go and watch it. So my point is there's still some demand, no matter how latent it is, or no matter how residual the demand is. There's still some demand for people that were not able to go to the cinemas, or people who want to rewatch it, right? So that's my own take on it. I'll gloss over the whole
last comment on this thing. I think there are different platforms, right? So things will pop in cinema, like you can gross Nigerian cinema, whatever, and there are different platforms. So, for example, Odogu Parara that was on YouTube was a hit. Well, that's a YouTube hit. Like, and she can get all the billion views on YouTube, which is fine. But I'm just trying to say that classify it in different places. There are big, high-budget movies, which the likes of Kunle Afolayan, the other lady, the wedding party lady, I forgot her name. Like,
Kemi
these people like
Adetiba.
Kemi Adetiba, and then the other lady too, the one that she left.
Jade.
I don't know their names, but I forget their names. But the idea is there are different categories of movies. Funke does those like Ajepako, like all those movies like Tout and all that. Like there's a category for that. Now there's the one that has, for lack of a better word, class and clear camera, cinematography, everything clean as a blockbuster or whatever. And then there's YouTube, so you can pop in anyone. I don't think you must measure all of them together. That's my own take, Sha.
So I mean, just final comment from me is, I agree with you that different classes. There's YouTube movie, there's Netflix, there's cinema or whatever. Remember, Funke was on her own lane. She has done her Jennifer series that was big on YouTube. She has gone to the big screen. I think we can also agree that the pinnacle, if you want to say is the pyramid, you will agree that the top is the box office. That's where, that's the even abroad in Hollywood and everything. And that's why you see that people are struggling. Let's face it, they are going to streaming platforms because a lot of people are not going to the cinemas. When last you go cinema, me, don't take. Last movie I saw in the cinema was like Barbie and Oppenheimer. And again, because of the buzz, there was pink parties everywhere. So it's something that people are struggling to do.
For Barbie.
My wife carried me, not vest, and then all the buzz. I want to stay a married man. It's not my fault, man. You got to do what you have to do. I have to take the L, man. I have to take the L.
Weapon come.
No issues, man. You win some, you lose some. But, but there's a lot of marketing into that. You need those kind of movements or buzz to actually shake people and say, oh, more, I need to enter cinema. I think Avatar was one that a lot of people went to see and so many other things, but me generally, I'm not, you're going to do a lot to get me to the cinema. So all I'm saying is let's give Funke, her kudos and her applause. And I don't think you should reduce all she's done to, dancing for marketing and to say, oh, out of all the billion, you're only making 10 million. Come on, that's ridiculous. That's just my take. I think like Funke would say, Mr. Kunle Afolayan, I don't think you like her or you don't respect her achievements. That's just my own 2 cents. All right, let's move on. Another trending topic was Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo and the tattoo. Tattoo content, yes. So remember the song, oh, it'd be like tattoo. Oh, I don't forget, there's one tattoo song. So,
tattoo girl. Now
that's
now.
it. So this now tattoo pastor or tattoo man of God. And he has come out to say, oh, because it was a scriptural reference on his.
I think he said something like God had a tattoo. I saw that capping.
I remember. I know what I think he has been saying a lot of things, but the one I caught was where he said, the word of God has gone out. Because of how viral it has, he has spread the word. And I think someone was saying, oh yeah, open OnlyFans now. Or go and do like VDM. We'll get on to VDM later, and then go and start selling your thing. So I'm not sure that's a valid take. I don't know what your take is on this. Do you support the pastor getting the tattoo, or is it sinful? Is it sin?
So honestly, I don't have any personally. I don't think the tattoo is a big deal. But I think for me, what is jokes is now trying to link it back to God. I think I read something where he said that God has everybody's, like he has all our names or something like that, on his palm. So he's like, even God has the tattoo. And I'm like, bruh, come on now. Why are you whining me? But generally, in terms of tattoos as a thing, I feel like if we're going to talk about Christianity, right? Nigerians are not the only Christians, right? And you come abroad, you see a lot of like people from different countries, different communities, they draw tattoos. Like tattoos are normal for them, right? So they can be like in a biking, like maybe a place where they are heavy on biking or fish. They draw a lot of tattoos of those things that their village is in. So it doesn't mean that those people do not know God, right? Because last, even Christianity is an imported religion to Nigeria, right? So there are a lot of people out there who are Christians who draw tattoos as a culture. So I will not link tattoo to Christianity or godliness. But what I think is jokes is drawing tattoo because you want to draw, and then you're not telling me that it is that God too has a tattoo. Like, just draw your tattoo, do what you want to do, and then let's focus on spirituality as a different thing, right? That's my own take.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people also had a problem with, making a big deal out of it. He had the content, he released the video, he didn't just, get a tattoo and, do it low-key. He published it and, he made a big show of it. And I'm not going to get into a theological, debate or, talk about, right or wrong per se. I just think, I think the point you made about culture is very important. Culturally speaking, in Nigeria, we're more conservative. We don't, we know how they treat people with dreads. I don't think, if you have a tattoo, I don't think you can even get a serious job, or, you have to cover it up, compared to here, you see bank. compared to in diaspora where, bank managers or, very senior people, have tattoos and,
Yeah.
there's no taboo to it. So I think it's just that being sensitive to your environment and to what can go around. So, either way on the theology or the right or wrong or what tattoo is, you know what, I'm going to pass on that, man. I'll leave that to people who have gone to theological school. Next one I have on my list is VDM. I touched on him later. VDM, the fourth arm of the government, the Rattle King. And VDM is very controversial figure. I think that's fair to say. Right from his days of Jenny Glow, all to Bobrisky, all to Files, Don Jazzy, Messi Chinwo. I remember that every market day you'll be seeing one controversy or the other. And his list of enemies is as long as a full arm of tattoo. I'm not sure he can tattoo. If he wants to do full sleeve, he go use the two hands, go use leg joint. So the question is, with all the battles, and I think most recently with B-Lord, and there was another one he had with, I think, Harrison, etc. Question is, has he beaten more than he could chew? Has he casted, for lack of a better word? Is he a content creator, or is he really the online police or the fourth arm of government that he claims to be?
I mean, no. So when I first of all, I like what the guy's doing, right? So when I look at him, I think
so you're a Rattle.
If I can be,
okay, so if they will allow you,
if they give me position,
sanitation is coming up, sir. That's all I have to tell you. Clean your environment.
But jokes apart, I think first of all, the guy is doing something that is like very commendable, right? And then he's also a boy living his life. So I think people need to understand that he's enjoying himself as a human being, and then he's doing his work as maybe an activist or someone that's pushing for good or whatever that category is. So I think it's silly for people to be like, oh, this boy is enjoying himself. I thought he's an activist. Like, I don't understand. Am I not supposed to look at the guy, they carry babes, they do things, they squeeze bomb? And I'm even like, oh, you are a stupid boy. Look at what you are doing. And I'm like, I don't understand though. Even your pastors, the squeeze bomb. So why are you so not squeeze?
So I'll tell you why. If I can come in, I'll tell you why people are asking those questions. The first VDM used to come into the industry from his room with his pure water and that singlet in that dark room.
Yeah.
Calling out, like I said, Jenny Glow, police, lots of respect. He would DPO, Commissioner of Police. People knew him, or people still know him. He would do petition. He would call out state government.
He's still doing it now. He's still doing it.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is, if you want to be that figure, you can even say he's a political figure. At least he has influence in the political space. He's even doing more than the opposition. Some people are saying, in terms of, I remember he went to Benue when there was the massacre. He went to Adamawa. Socially conscious. He has a movement. Let's call it what it is, Rattle, right? And people beyond Rattle, believe in him. I guess what I'm saying is, if you're all that, if you're criticizing the government every day, Tinubu is this, Tinubu is that, Wike is this, Wike is that, Kogi state government, Edo state government, Benue state government, all the things he does. Sorry?
My God, there was one new one. I say God will punish you.
My point is, so he's vocal. He's you could say he's the voice of maybe the youth or some people, right? Social conscious, the conscience of of the nation in a way, right?
Yeah.
Does that come with a responsibility? For example, a Peter Obi or a political figure would not do the things you were talking about. So
okay.
The reason I'm asking the question is, has he casted is that influence waning? Is he losing that power in terms of calling out people and being able to? I remember when he called out Messi Chinwo, and I heard they've settled. When Messi Chinwo and the producer and the record label boss and everything, and at the end of the day, they settled out of court. So he he has some influence. I'm saying, is that influence the same level? Is it lower? Is it higher? That's what I'm saying in 60 seconds.
I think it's the same, right? I don't think there's any issue. The only thing I think is that he's creating a niche for himself where you are able to be a serious personality and still be able to enjoy your life, right? And I think that's what a lot of pastors need to start doing. Because what's happening is, if you're a pastor, you are hiding, and then you come out, you hear all these things that they are doing in the closet, right? So I feel like maybe it's not a great example, but I like the way he's not trying to act like a saint. So he's telling you that I'm going to fight.
He says he's the only one that has integrity. I mean, he
Yeah,
clearly
and
says
yeah.
he said he's a mini god or something like, there are some statements he makes that are
he's
very
quoting the Bible now.
provocative.
He say he's God. Like, are you to quote your own Bible now? Do whatever you want to do.
You can't tell me he's not claiming. He clearly feels he's better than others. He clearly says it up front, and he's like,
But is that
I'm
not
the only
how
person that has
everybody
integrity
feels?
in the
Like,
country. Go
don't
ahead.
you feel like you're better than other people? Like, you two
No,
feel like you're better than others.
A lot of people feel, okay, some people might have self-confidence, but I don't think a lot of people will come out and say, I'm the only one that has integrity in this country. Nobody is better than me.
So it's contextual. So he's saying, I have integrity. I'm the only one. I don't know whether he says that verbatim, but even if he says that, of course, you need to take it into context. So he's saying, amongst all the people that are big like me, I have integrity the most. And if you like, you say your own. Everybody is doing self-acclaimed. I'm the biggest R&B singer in Africa.
Biggest food critic. We're the biggest podcast hosts now. We're the biggest podcast hosts in the diaspora. We are the biggest. We are the biggest podcast hosts.
Integrity.
Yeah, we are the biggest.
If you say you're the most integritized person in the world, it's your pocket.
Is that word integritized? Okay,
I don't know. Free me.
All right, cool. I'll let it go. I'll let it fly.
Like it's all cruise, but in terms of the job he's doing a good job. And I know a lot of people be like, oh, there's a lot of delays with what he wants to do. But guy, when you think about it, the amount of work, even me normal work, 9 to 5 work, the amount of jobs that guy is taking on as a person, bro, it's impossible to close out actions on time.
Absolutely.
I feel like at the end of the day, the guy is just enjoying himself and he's trying to do good at the same time. I feel like it makes sense.
I mean,
it's people that are expecting, right? And people must comment.
Fair enough. I mean, that's your view, and that's why we have the people and the viewers let us know whether you're right or wrong. Okay. Last one I have on the list, and switching gears a bit. You just talked about 9 to 5 and work. I know you work for a very large, multinational corporation, and there's this whole AI buzz about is AI gonna take away all the white collar jobs? Are we all going to be jobless? AI can write better than most people. It can do advanced calculations than everybody. It can, write stuff. It can do all sorts. It can code. It can prompt engineering. I remember when people were when factory workers are looking at their job, they say, "Oh, go and learn code. Go and learn code." Now AI is doing the code. Cloud is an amazing, coder, or and there's so many other platforms as well, even vibe coding, which I'm into. The question is AI going to take all our jobs, or you feel AI is a force for good?
So I mean, this AI thing is actually crazy, because when AI started, it was all fun and games. Why isn't it to browse fast, to prepare
search
for
engine
interview? With the easier thing, they get job for interview. Now the AI can't take the job back.
I like that. You're right.
Like, it was all fun and games.
AI agents, no? Yeah.
But honestly, I think one of my biggest fears is where does this stop?
Yeah, right? Where's the line? Okay.
Yeah, where does it stop? And I don't think anybody has that answer right now, because, so to give you context, right? So back then, when imagine when people were using horses to move around, like horses and caravans and all that, the automotive industry came up. So they're like, oh, if you used to drive horses, you used to ride horses, go and learn how to drive cars. If you used to repair the vans or whatever, the carriages,
the horse carriage.
So if you used to repair carriages, okay, go and learn how to repair cars. Like, so you could switch over to the technology.
Next thing, yeah.
But for AI, you cannot switch over to an AI developer, because the way machine learning works is even as a software guy, anybody in that tech space, before you get to machine learning, it's like SS. If you use secondary school, it's like SS3. So you cannot switch to become a brain
To the top.
surgeon, like
Absolutely.
from a chemist.
And a doctor cannot even do that, by the way. Like if you're a regular doctor,
unless I'm saying from a chemist, like from the lowest point, you cannot switch, right? And even if you switch, like the AI is even able to train itself. Like they have AIs that train other AIs. The AI is just evolving. I remember when AI started and they're like, oh, you need to go and you need to move with the times. Now you need to go and learn
how
AI
to use
prompting.
it.
They say you need to learn how to prompt AI. Bro, now AI is even prompting you, the human being. You ask AI, oh, tell me about Africa. It will tell you, to say, do you want me to tell you about the country? It is even the one popping up ideas in your head. So AI it's crazy. Elon Musk is talking about surgeons, like introducing the surgery robots at some point in the US, because they're like, oh, medicals are so expensive because there's lack of surgeons. So maybe in the next 5-10 years, AI will be doing like robots, because robots run on AI, right? So this AI will be doing surgery. It will be already cars. 5 years, like FSD is already, like full self driving is already happening. Right, 5 years is going to be everywhere. So where does this stop? And I was telling my guy, like, at the end of the day, now trade by battle. You just go and plant your yam and you look for someone that will give you egg.
That's if AI will not plant the yam, no. So there'll be nothing for us to do.
Yes, because this thing is smart. Like I don't even browse again. If I want to look for any information, I just ask AI. It will run through thousands of websites and thousands of everything and summarize it for you in seconds, like 2 seconds.
Even
right?
conversations.
Yes. So then even bloggers, they used to say, oh, let me be blogging, and so that people will be coming to your website. Nobody is coming to your website. Oh, hey, I will go and bring it for me. So your adverts, your ad revenue, 0, because ads will not pay you for bot visits. Right? Absolutely. So everybody is collecting. Everybody is collecting.
How about therapists, counselors? People talk to their AIs, instead of it's replacing relationship.
It's better rather than if you tell one man
your secret,
wife, say you get one man we call. If you hear everything that man tell you.
Even there are some romantic relationships. People as AI babe, or my day was like, yeah, I say, oh, oh, you're such you're my king.
They used to sell all those dolls now, all those Chinese sex dolls and all that. Now they put AI inside the doll. So now the doll now full babe.
Complete package.
Full babe, we no go stress you.
Not be from my mouth, you go hear that one. I don't know what you're saying. You won't hear that from a happily married man.
I'm telling you, with better emotional intelligence of 5.0.
I mean, I have friends who are therapists, and I'm like you cannot give the advice AI is giving. Yeah, I will counsel you.
AI will not tell their husband what happened in this area.
You understand? You know how exactly? I mean, it's a good point you raise, because even how people go to pastors for help, or lawyers or whatever, or just any wise person in your community. And then I remember this was a problem, because one of my pastors said they will go to church and I say, there's somebody, the wife left. They won't call the name of. I know there were people that were very mad that their story was used in a way. Even like counselors or whatever, they won't reveal the
but they'll use it.
identity, but they'll use the story. They will anonymize it, and you get the lesson. And I'm sure now there's no risk of. I mean, well, you might be giving your info to Mark Zuckerberg and Sam Altman and all those. They will sell it as ads, but I guess it won't come back to you. So. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. All right. Let's leave it there, my brother. Thanks for coming on. I think this was a very stimulating and inspirational conversation. I think I like,
the next episode you go bring food, though. You send me a video of the one where they are eating as they are talking. I'll be half now.
AI. Just prompt it into action to appear. say a
no
word and
wahala.
it will happen. Yeah, but jokes apart, it was really nice to have you on, man. Let's
All right.
let's do this some other time, eh? Just we'll keep talking. I mean, it's the same conversations we're having, before, but now just in front of the camera so that everyone can join in. Yeah. So, guys, let us know what you think about all the topics we talked about. Who's right, who's wrong. What do you think about our first take? I don't. Yeah, two truths can coexist. No, pick a side. Pick a side. That's it, man. All right, bro. Take it easy.
All right. Take care.
All right. Stay.